Long time since I had a tough net team. Last year I thought I had one. At 11-4, I thought I had a tough team. When we had that little scrum in Boston last year at the beginning of the season, I was like, man, I got myself a couple of badasses. Not the case. I would have to go back, I would say, to the championship finals teams. You know, Jason Kidd. Of course, Kenyon Martin was the heart and soul of that team. He was tough. He didn't take any shit on the court. He talked smack on the court. He had an attitude about him. If you fouled him, he pushed you. It's like Kevin Garnett had half his talent. Aaron Williams was a silent, tough guy. Lucius Harris, you know, even the young kid at the time, Jefferson, the rookie, he had a toughness about him. And, of course, Kidd leading the way. Those were, man, I've been yearning for a team with a jaw ever since, and I got one. And last night, there's no question in my mind that last year's Nets lose that game down the stretch. Now, of course, I'm not happy the way it ended. Not happy. You know, up 10-12 late, 2 minutes to go, and I got to sweat out a free throw shooting contest. Kind of annoyed me. It showed signs of last year's squad, and I'm like, you got to be kidding. This can't happen. But bottom line is the W was earned. We go in the left side with the win. They lose. We finally beat them. And the score doesn't indicate it, but I think we led. Well, listen, we led wire to wire. I mean, there was a couple times they had a lead, very small lead. But we were in control of that game most of the way. And our sloppiness at the end cost it to be a close game. But amen. How about a nice all-around performance? How about sending it? Critical to me. Critical victory. You lose the game, you're 0-2, and all of a sudden you're like, ugh. Of course, there's 80 to go, so it's hard to say critical, but you know what I mean. You send an early message, you get a little confidence. Yo, Heat, things are different. Paul Pierce blocking LeBron's shot. Allen Anderson blocking Wade's shot. Playing pretty solid defense. Of course, not so great in the fourth quarter with the 3 threes that let them back in the game, but overall, what a nice job. And again, I always say this if you've watched the program, you got to have 5 guys play well to win an NBA game. You know, we had more than 5. I mean, the minutes were interestingly spread. Of course, Garnett did not shoot well, but it's tough to argue with what he brings to the floor. I didn't think he had a good game. You can't say 3 for 11 with 3 turnovers is a good game for Garnett. Pierce, I thought, was terrific, although he did turn the ball over early a couple times. Did have 4 turnovers. I thought he made some big shots, perfect from the line. Lopez, you know, looked like he's the kind of guy who should have 30 against the Heat. He should dominate, but his foul trouble cost him that. He only played 20 minutes. D. Will shaky, you know, once again inconsistent with his shot. Did have 8 assists, and I thought Johnson. Oh boy, nice to see Joe Johnson. Could this be finally the year that Joe Johnson just does it all right? I mean, I don't know. I know the first game he's 3 for 10, but 6 for 8, 2 for 2 from 3, including 2 late big buckets. Joe, you really should be able to shine on this team. There's 4 other guys that people are going to be paying attention to. It's not like last year when no one's going to guard Wallace, no one's going to guard Evans, and they're going to double team you. This should be a big year for you, Joe. And how about the bench? I thought the entire bench played well. I thought Blatch redeemed himself. I thought Livingston played well. I love the take he took to the hole. I love that. Anderson was a big factor. He brings, I'm telling you, and Terry was good again. Terry made 2 key threes. Love that he's talking smack into the ground. Karolinko was active. You know, not much from a numbers standpoint, only 8 points, 2 rebounds, but I thought he was active. And Reggie only played 6 minutes. I'm a little worried. I'd like to see Reggie play some more minutes than 6, but, you know, I get it. Somebody's going to be the odd man out, and Reggie may not get as much minutes as he did last year because of his offensive disaster. But big win, not going to go crazy. Not celebrating a championship. Had some of my Knick buddies text me after the Cleveland game, busting my chops. Really, after one game, you're gonna break my chops. Let's take it easy. Nobody gets more angry at regular season losses than me. I'm an idiot. But come on, after 1 or 2 games, no championships being celebrated. Listen, here's the deal, Nets. Let's take a look at what's coming up. So we're on the same page, Nets. Here's what we need to do, so we don't have any problems coming up for BK Caps. Excuse me, as a audio going, as I click to the Nets schedule. All right, we got Orlando coming up. Obviously, I mean, I'm not asking for anything less than a easy victory in Orlando. I'll take a non-easy victory. And then we come back home for Utah. Then we go to Washington, and then we've got the Pacers at home. Asking too much to win all those games? Am I? I don't think so. You want to show me that you're a elite team? Easy Orlando, Utah, you got to win. Those are no question. Now, at Washington will not be easy, but show me you can get it done. You're going to have a couple days off in between games. I would assume, since the next game is a back-to-back, that Garnett will not play in either that Friday or Saturday game. Hopefully they'll save him for Saturday against Indiana. But I want all 4 of those victories in this coming week. I want all 4. Give me a 5-1 record, then I head west. We're heading west a little bit early this year. We usually head during the Thanksgiving break. We're heading west to play Sacramento, Phoenix, and the Clippers. Okay? Give me 2 of those 3. Got to beat Sacramento, got to beat Phoenix. Okay, you can lose to LA, although I think we could beat them. So you got where I'm going here? I'm looking at somewhere around a 7-2 record when we come back home to play Portland. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. Now, again, I understand stuff happens, injuries, whatever. You got it done. In no way, shape, or form will a loss to Orlando make this, signify this win against Miami. You lose to Orlando, then you can forget this victory. My point is. You go down to Orlando and lose to a young, undermanned team, then the Miami game means nothing. You need to solidify it and then take care of business the rest of the way. So hopefully, for the next 3 games, you will not hear from me, because I'm not going to do a show while I'm beating Orlando, beating Utah, or beating Washington. I'm not going to do it. Indiana, different story. Leave me alone. You're forgiven.